What is good, guys, and welcome to today's video. You can probably tell that there's a little bit of commotion happening around me, and that's because we are at the Makahari Messi here in Japan. And if you already know what that is, then you know I'm at Tokyo Auto Salon. Today is epic because it's Friday. It's like the press only day. Normally people that get tickets through you know, other workshops and things like that are only here, and they only open it up to the public after 1 p.m. So it's much quieter. There's less creepy guys drooling over models and stuff like that. Although there's still obviously those guys here, but it's just not as intense. I don't know. Anyways, sounds like Ken Block's doing his demo right now, but let's get inside and show you some of the cool cars. So I figured it was only fair to start off at the HKS booth here. They've got a whole bunch of their turbos on display right now. That's the wastegate that's on my SR. Oka-chan's giving the boss guys a little bit of trouble, teasing them as usual. Nothing different there. Their new turbos really do look incredible though, I have to admit. They're using all brand new, well, it's brand new to them, but they use Mitsubishi cores now. They stopped using Garrett and things like that, which is why in some of their new turbos that I've seen on people's cars, I'm like super confused by the cores, because they've gone back to a floating bearing design instead of the whole like ceramic ball bearing, double ball bearing. Now, some people would think that that's bad, but actually floating bearing technology has improved so much over the years that it's actually pretty similar to on par as ball bearing these days. Sure, I mean, when you spin it by hand, it's not going to spin forever, and you do, like, there will be a little bit of difference in tiny bit of spill time and stuff, but floating bearing is actually a lot more reliable these days than ball bearing, is what the data says anyways. I'm just enjoying all the new parts that they have out here. They even started doing coil packs now, if you guys see over there. It's really packed with a bunch of like parts otaku people, I would say. There was like this creepy Japanese guy over here licking pistons before. I've never seen anything like that before. But there is a really cool RV26 on display with some really cool tech that most people don't know that HKS produce trigger kits and stuff over here. They even produce like their own dampener stuff now too, as you can see over on this 35 engine. So this is their new prototype billet conrod, and it literally weighs nothing. Billet Titan. It weighs 326 grams. It's insane compared to their old, you know, like forged one, which has a lot more weight to it. And then they've got the same magnesium piston here, which weighs absolutely nothing as well. It's just ridiculous. Anyways, I wanted to show you this 26 because HKS have started developing their own trigger kits now, which is very similar to what you'd see in the States with like PPRE in Australia and stuff. They're using the crank collar as well, which is the better design, so you're not going off the front pulley and any issues like that, which is brilliant. It's just cool to see this kind of stuff. But they've been mucking around with trigger kits for years and years and years and years and years. So it's not actually new technology to HKS. They've been playing around with trigger kits since the dawn of the RV26 essentially. This block is beautiful. Damn. And I think this is going to be the first of many you're going to see today. Probably non-stop brand new Supras with a whole bunch of cool new designs, body kits and wheels. Wayne game though is pretty epic. Obviously Noboru Taniguchi's car that they built for him. He got a pretty sick time in this too, around Scuba 2000. And this aero actually looks so nice. It's absolutely beautiful. We are now at the Yokohama Advan booth. Damn, do they have a really nice Supra setup too. I think you're gonna hear me say that a lot. Another nice Supra setup. This aero is just beautiful. I wonder who makes this kit. His GTs look amazing. Project U brakes. Wang game. It's pretty much identical to what we just saw at HKS, this aero. It's seriously the sickest. This is what makes the new Supra awesome. Hang on. Oka-chan wants to show me something. Oh, wow.
Very soft.
Yeah. High grip. 新しいタイヤですか?
これネオバのニューネオバ.
Oh, so this is the brand new grip tire that they've released. Nova concept. すごい. That looks epic. We're just walking up now to the Toyo Tires booth because we want to have a good look at this Supra that has a 3UZ in it. The big ass turbo in the front. Damn. There's a big little Johnny down there. Very interesting. I'm still confused as to why he changed to this engine setup, but I am guessing it's because of the heavy 2J block, considering this is an alloy block and super lightweight compared to a 2JZ. Very cool though. V-mount. Intercooler setup's pretty unique and sick. So cool. HKS 60mm gate as well. Big Garrett down there. So we're now checking out the Goodyear booth because they made a new Supra NASCAR. Obviously it's like an FRP shell that they've then gone and kind of put a Supra livery on there to try and make it look like the new Supra. But damn, this thing's cool. The rear end doesn't really look like a Supra at all. It looks more like a Fox body kind of rear end, but they kind of made it look like that with the livery. This thing is sick. Man, NASCARs are so awesome. Very, very cool. I don't know, a whole bunch of MSD stuff up there, so I don't know much about my NASCAR stuff, but I'm pretty sure they all have to be V8s and stuff, right? Very cool. Time to have a quick squiz at the Up Garage booth and see what they got there. They've got the NSX on display, which we got to see racing at the GT300, which was really cool to watch their team working on this and getting this out there and competing. It was really sick. If you haven't seen that video, oh, there's the Shacho-san. There's the owner. Konnichiwa. So this is a 350Z, and it's one of, I guess, Up Garage's customers' cars, and they have this competition every year where they can enter to have their car on display. This is very unique because there's RX-7 lights on this bumper. It's all custom. It's kind of crazy. Never seen anything quite like this. The rear louvers and everything. Super cool. This guy's done a pretty good job. And then this is another thing they do where people can enter to have their cars displayed on the wall here as well. Which is very, very cool. Let's see if they've got any rare parts here. So pretty much what they have on display here is a bunch of their stuff that they think will sell really well at Auto Salon, or things that people really want to see. Obviously things they want to get rid of too at a discounted price. So you'll probably find like a lot of popular products here, especially the wheels that they have, and they're all marked down. Some are very expensive though because they're rare parts, but just overall some pretty cool stuff to check out and get to experience a little bit of Up Garage at Auto Salon. Hey, they brought these out here. They've been trying to sell those for a while. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. It's good to see a TO4Z there. And this is a perfect example of why I love Auto Salon so much, because nowhere else can you just go and see a whole bunch of Pandem cars like this. Rocket Bunny kits look epic. This thing is so cool. If I ever get an FC, I'd love for it to look like this. So freaking baller. Definitely needs to be a Series 5 though with the roundish lights. But gosh, I love these things so much. This kit looks so baller. Yeah, we need to, when I get my FC, this is my goals for sure. So sick. I love the Wang game too. Very sick. Don't worry guys, I didn't forget to take a quick look at this 8.6 for y'all. I love that Wang game. It's kind of rare to see wings like that on a Hachiroku. I really like that. That's beautiful. The wide fenders are nuts too. If I ever get an 8.6 and it's rusted out in the rear fenders, this is what I'm doing. And of course, beautiful Datsun Sunny. Thing is just beautiful. Yeah, perfect example. These four cars right here of why I go to Auto Salon. There's also a really cool Hachiroku we need to look at up there. But for now, I'll leave you with this. So you saw in the distance, KW booth. And they got this badass thing on display. Very cool. This thing's pretty famous. I think you guys have probably seen this a lot on YouTube and anywhere else on the internet. This thing gets down and dirty. Very, very cool. So we're just hanging out in the Blitz booth for a little bit, and I was drawn to these. And I was like, what's this thing on the side? And then I realized these are all heated seats. Full reclinable heated seat. I see that being very beneficial for like truck drivers and stuff like that, especially over here in Japan, the armrests and stuff like that. But that's just baller. Totally wouldn't mind that. So we're at the ORC booth right now, and literally the owner of Toyota is here talking to the owner of ORC clutches. That's mind-blowing. Just rolling into hall 9 now, and there's a bunch of really cool stuff. I've literally been so flat out with meetings and stuff today. It's been insane. Really pumped. Because over there, Naoki's chilling at the Valino booth, so let's go catch up with that guy. At the Kinokuniya booth, and damn, that's a setup and a half. So cool seeing V8s with insane headers like that out here. So kind of rare to see that type of setup here. Like, I'm literally mind blown right now. So cool. I guess you got to do that type of header because that's the only way you can bring it out. The Aldi V8. Very sick. And of course, D-Max booth. You got your Koi's car here, which looks really nice. Sick FD. S14. Zenki. See guys, Zenkis do look good. And then over here is where we need to get to. Alright, so we walked a little bit further up to the Origin booth and we found Naoki. And we're just having a good little squiz at this S15 and admiring the body, the aero. It's very cool. I really do like these lights. This is very good, especially if you got a turbo chilling in there and you need to get some cold air in. Very cool design. And then I'm sure you guys know the Origin kit for the JZX100. I think Adam's running that on his missile chaser in the States. Missile, that's definitely the word there. Looks better than his other chaser in my opinion. This thing's cool though, for sure. Nothing quite like a good RWB 911A. Seriously. That wing game's pretty unique too. Very cool. Oh, gotta catch up with Oka-chan. So just at the R31 house booth, and they've just released their brand new Skyline D1 car, which looks insane. Very cool. Compared to their old 31, it's so interesting that they decided to go with the new chassis and actually went with the entire new Skyline chassis as well. Very interesting. So there's this little Civic over here, right? And I kind of really don't want to know what's happening right now. Apparently this is a thing. So we're in the Greddy booth right now, and I'm just looking at some of their turbos, and we came across this little guy. I don't think I've ever seen a smaller turbo. Like, I have no idea who uses this. This is a pen, and that's the turbo. It's so small. Same with this one. Super tiny. I have no idea who would even use that. But what's really cool is it seems like Greddy's making their own 26 heads now. Billet ported. See the Greddy engravement there? Now this could just be like an actual OEM head that then they CNC machined and actually then CNC'd Greddy in the side. So I don't know if they're making their own yet. But I'm definitely going to check later on their website and see if I can find some information, because this CNC porting is very sexy. Damn, that looks good. All the ridging is so good for airflow because it makes the air kind of like flow like this through the chamber. Really good. Bop, 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 bop. Love me a good rotary. Those twins are crammed in there so well. That carbon induction too. Very cool. Oh. Man, every time I look at a rotary, I just think to myself, damn that wang. That's sick. I want some of that. As I was saying, every time I look at a rotary, I just want to get into it even more. Ooh, Jun. Always love looking at their parts. Let's have a look up here. Camshafts, pistons, crankshaft. Yo, their billet crankshafts are like black. I wonder if that's like a special treat. Oh, well, it's billet. That's why. Holy crap. That's very cool. So this will be CNC machined out of a big block of billet. That's super sick. 2.7 liter. Junman. They make such cool parts. Forged crank main cap plate for the 35 GTR, all billet. And they got the GTR logo in there. That's sick. That would make this thing be able to like put some serious power out. Oh man, look, they even got the sleeves for the VR38. We need to get this and put it in my S15. That's the goal, remember lads. You know, I'm not entirely sure if all of these exhaust pipes work, but if they do, I'll be thoroughly impressed. That's some next level stuff right there. Pretty cool looking GTO, massive turbo hanging out the top. Yeah, that thing goes fast. This thing is sick. Old school Supra, riding a 2JZ twin turbo top mount, beautiful intake manifold from Greddy. Thing looks ready to party. It's got a line locker set up in there too. Yeah, this thing smokes it up. Oh yeah, I just saw the rear wheels. It's a drag car. This is sick. This is so cool. L series engine in some Infinity car. What is this? Right hand drive. What is it, a Gloria? Yeah, it's a Gloria. Well, he's put an Infinity badge on it, but this is a Nissan Gloria. It's normally had like an RB25 in it. But he went and put an L series in that. That's baller. That is so cool. I love it when people put these old motors in new cars like this. So cool. You know, I'm a simple guy. I see cosplay and I want to film. So every year at Tokyo Auto Salon, there's one booth that I really like to go to, and that's the Toyota Technical College of Tokyo, because they seriously restore and do some of the sickest builds ever. Absolutely ever. So this is a Hachiroku they've done a complete restoration on and built this thing. So obviously a bit of a conversion there with the engine. Everything is just completely immaculate. A85, so it's technically not a Hachiroku, but hey, who's checking and counting, right? It's technically still a Hachiroku in my eyes. Very clean, stripped out interior, ready for some racing. Got a roll cage in there. Like, just the build quality is insane. It really is. So cool. Every year. So before we had a brief look at this Civic, and essentially it's an EK Civic, and they've done a bunch of like futuristic kind of mods on it. I kind of like it. It's just unique and cool. The interior is all like 2020 Civic spec. It's just so cool. That cluster, very sick. So it just looks kind of futuristic. Kind of reminds me a little bit like of a Prius in a way, but just looks way cooler. So there you go. If only they'd actually sold these parts though, so you could make your Civic look like that. It'd be cool. It's always good to just kind of come up the top here and look at how insane Tokyo Auto Salon is. But today, even though I guess for you guys, if you're watching this for the first time, it looks busy, it's actually not. This is quiet because it's Friday press day only, so only certain people get like passes and stuff. But it's so quiet, like so quiet. On the Saturday and stuff, like it's just loud. There's music playing. It's insane. It's kind of weird. I definitely think I'm gonna keep coming on the Fridays though. Way better. This thing's so cool. Completely slammed 8.6 with a 1J chilling in here. That's a really tidy swap. I have to say, that looks nice. And absolutely slammed on Meisters. Massive Onikan interior. Whole heap of carbon fiber. That Defi gauge cluster looks sick. Full halo seats. Very cool. It's definitely the coolest stanced out 8.6 I've ever seen. Beautiful Hakosuka here. Absolutely restored and just immaculate. Oh, look at those headers, boys. So cool, hey. Yo, the Nardi wheel with the... It's not really a quick release, but you know what I'm saying. Very sick. This is probably one of the cleanest Hakosuka I think I've ever seen. Very cool. And then moving up, we got this one as well. Just got the kind of like tucked tail light look. A lot of people have been doing this lately. I'm not entirely sure why. I prefer definitely the original classic look, but this does look cool in its own regard too. Carbon fiber over fenders. Man, the tint on this, far out. Super clean. Love that look. So cool. Man. Gosh, I love Auto Salon. There are literally so many 2020 Supras here. I haven't been filming them because I'm kind of sick of seeing them. So I've only really been filming, I guess, the most interesting ones that I think are there. It's honestly crazy. I feel like they should have renamed this to the 2020 Supra Salon. But let's see what else we can find. Oka-chan's gone home. He left probably about 45 minutes or so ago. So I'm just kind of running around and getting some more footage and stuff like that because I didn't really get much time to film up until now because of just all the people he was introducing me to. We had a whole bunch of meetings and stuff. It was a good time. You know, I kind of really dig this. Very cool. Unique livery. It's a doll, not an anime chick. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just kind of cool. I think it's just the colors. I like, you know, multiple bright colors. That's sick. And it's just unique and different. I'm definitely a bit creeped out by the dolls on the side, but it's pretty sick. Of course, 326 would be the only ones here that made a completely stanced out 2020 Supra. With some of their famous wheels, lug nuts that will literally slice you open. Very cool. It's actually nice. Kind of looks good. Could you imagine? You bottom this thing out, you're not damaging your fender, you're actually destroying your hood. Such a weird thing to think about. Slammed S15, and then there's slammed 8.6. 326 really do amazing things for the stance game for sure. So check out their 8.6. This thing is ridiculously wide bodied. And in the rear is just insane. It looks like jet engine or something in the back here. They've got this thing spaced out so much. Look how far out the wheel actually comes. It's almost starts at where the wide body does. Insane. Looks really cool. That rear end is nuts. Yeah, we need a photo of that for sure. That is just insane. Yo, you guys should remember this 32. Shozo-san's 32 at the RV House Drift event at Nikko Circuit. I think there he is. Shozo-san, konnichiwa. So we got to take a look at this 2020 Supra. 2JZ swapped. I don't think I've seen a 2JZ swapped 2020 Supra here yet. Greddy turbo kit, Greddy intake manifold kit. Very, very cool. A lot of people are kind of interested in this right now. So we'll get out of there now that we've had a little peek. It's pretty sick because they kind of did like this Fast and Furious kind of vibe to it with the livery and stuff. They went nuts with like NOS bottles and stuff on the back. It's on bags. Very cool. Massive rear wheels. Very cool. I kind of like it. Very Fast and Furious-y. This is what the car used to look like, and this is what these guys did to it. An LS86. That is so cool. So this is NATS, if you guys don't know, Nihon Automotive Mobile College. Like I said, it's similar with the Toyota one. They always do really cool builds and stuff for Tokyo Auto Salon, and this is sick. They customized this thing and made it an LS86. They got some other cool cars up here. Let's go take a look. Okay, I'm really confused right now because this is apparently a convertible GTR. Surely this is a Z. Yeah, it's a Z. It's a Z. It's definitely a Z. So Lambo doors, definitely like a 350Z. And yeah, they just made it pretty much front and rear 35 GTR. Yeah, they call it an R35 Roadster. Very cool. Did some cool stereo stuff in the back as well. Man, it's so cool that like these colleges and places and stuff like that are letting the kids build cool things like this. The only thing that sucks about this entire build is that, but it's cheap. So regardless, they still got to build a super cool car. And it wouldn't be too hard to swap a VR into this either. I'm literally not kidding, guys. Every booth pretty much has a 2020 Supra. It's kind of insane. But anyways, we're at the Blitz booth. So let's have a quick look at some of the stuff they got. They're obviously specialized in a bunch of parts, but well known for their supercharger kits and their turbo kits, especially on the SR20. They were one of the first people to make a really good responsive SR20 turbo kit back in the day. Things have changed now, obviously. It's a nice Blitz billet wheel. Very cool. I was about to touch it, and then at that right at that moment, I read that. And they obviously do some big brake kits now, which is kind of cool. They made good intercooler kits too. We always see this guy cruising out of the PA, so it's pretty cool to see this thing on display here. Next to actually a pretty nice looking RX-8. I love that it's being sandwiched by two FDs right now. Very, very cool. This thing is so cool. Old school Savannah. Oh man. A little bit of a toucher, kind of like a tiny bit. I don't know if you'd call that a toucher, but it's just really cool because Project Mu car. Really cool, old school rotary. Gosh, that's so cool. And then of course there is this Cosmo here, which is insane. At first from a distance when I saw it, I was like, is that a JZX90? And then as I got closer, I was like, no, that's a Cosmo. So cool. This car is just unbelievable. Oh, powered by Link, that's awesome. The interior, you're probably not gonna see too well. Oh, you can see a bit with the reflection. It is immaculate, super clean, absolutely insane. There's some more rotary powered cars. Man, there's something about those TC3s that just look so good on this thing. See what I mean? Like RX-8s can look really, really good. Just gotta take everything that's in there and throw it in the bin and take from what's in that car and put it in that one. Very cool. Some very sexy FTs here, that's for sure. Wouldn't be a Tokyo Auto Salon without seeing Car Modify Wonders cars on display with their aero kits. Really nice. Probably one of my favorite aero kits other than Yashio Factory. I would then say Wonder for sure. They got the S13 one here too. I just love like the canards and the way it comes in, and then the way that they have these attachments on the back which like kind of pipe the smoke out when you're drifting. It looks so cool if you ever see it drifting. Quite a while ago, like last year, I was shooting a video at Nikko and there was a car with this same kind of body kit, and the way that the smoke pipes out of there with the wind and stuff, it just looks super cool. With that, I'm gonna actually head now. I've got a lot of things to get done for the rest of today, as well as tomorrow's gonna be insane getting ready for the Yashio Factory party that we're doing. It's gonna be nuts. And you can probably tell as well that they've opened it to the public now. There's a whole bunch more people. It's louder, there's music, there's events happening at every booth now. The models are all out. It's kind of crazy. Time for me to bounce. And there you go. Goodbye Tokyo Auto Salon 2020. You were a blast. Definitely the chillest it has ever been for me, and most relaxing, that's for sure. 34 GDR, 32 GDR. What? Oh, the sound of my people. I love that. Hey, and a 33 GTST. Jeez, what is wrong with me today? I'm definitely pretty wrecked. Just like walking around an event and stuff, I'm sure anyone who's gone to something big like this, like car-wise, just walking around non-stop. Nice 34 GT. It's pretty cool. It tires you out so much. And a 32. Guys, I'm not gonna be able to talk at all by the time like we get to my car. So many cars distracting me. But yeah, I'm just really wrecked, man. All right, where did I park? I was somewhere in H, I think. I don't really remember. Oh boy. New Supra, old Supra, or if you can really even call this really an old Supra. And that aero kit is so baller. Very cool. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'm actually pretty nervous right now. I don't know where my car's parked. Yeah, I'm pretty concerned. On the plus side, found some pretty unique little vans. Yo, this Toy Story van has 180SX taillights. That's a crack up. That's also awesome. I was looking for my car all the way over there because I thought that that path over there was the one that I parked on. But I actually parked on this one, so found the car. Now, we're gonna head to Yashio Factory. Just arrived at Yashio Factory. There's the S15. Feels so good to be like doing car stuff all day at Auto Salon and then coming back to the workshop like this. Oh man, I'm pumped. You guys won't believe this. So while I was at Auto Salon with Oka-chan, because I was changed my clutch. What a freaking MVP. I'm kind of disappointed though, because I wanted to do it. What? This is my old clutch. So he actually made another discovery. It did have a Nismo flywheel and a Nismo copper mix disc, but like a factory, just like Nissan. Well, this was what used to be the old Nismo copper mix clutch before they changed the aluminium, like stronger sprung pressure plate. So this was what was in my car, and it's actually not too bad. But he actually did discover when he put the new clutch in that the master cylinders shot, so he's going to switch out that as well. But what? I need to buy this guy like 6 beers or something, because that's a freaking MVP move right there. So a whole bunch of time has passed now, and I'm about to actually go check into my hotel. Yes, staying in a hotel tonight up here in Saitama, because it makes no sense whatsoever me doing a couple trips backwards and forwards from home to here, because for the next few days, I'm literally like here doing a whole bunch of stuff with the New Year's party tomorrow. May's also going to be joining tomorrow, and we'll be staying in a hotel again tomorrow night, because we'll be here really late for the party. But yeah, man, I'm so pumped. Today was epic though. Like, I didn't get to look at as many cool cars as I kind of wanted to, just because of meetings and everything like that and the time that I had, but I still think we got to see some cool stuff. Definitely glad I got to see more than just some 2020 Supras everywhere. But anyways, all that aside, tell me what was your favorite car in the comment section, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. It's gonna be a banger, so yeah, I don't know. Buy some merch. Peace out, guys. Love you all. Ciao, mata.